Alright guys, we're looking at a Bach Polonaise today. Another Polonaise in G minor. I think there's several of them. But this is probably the most familiar one that I've done. It sounds like this. So forth. Hello, I'm Shawn Cheek. Welcome to my ShawnCheek.com piano lesson videos. I always put the free part 1 on YouTube, and the rest of the lessons for this piece are on my website, ShawnCheek.com, along with many other piano lessons. Check it out. If you have trouble reading music at all, if you have just with rhythms, with reading accidentals, key signatures, and just basically knowing where the notes are on the keyboard and trying to get faster at it, you should try my sight reading boot camp series that's on the website as well. Those will help you get a kind of a foundation of reading music, and then you can try some of this stuff. I'm going to assume that you can read a little music already when we do this. Let me get my setup here. All right. Check something out. Yeah, there's a repeat sign there. Okay, so that first line is going to be repeated. I just want to make sure of that. I cut off the sides a little bit because I want to zoom in as much as I can so you can see the notes pretty big. So, that's the purpose behind that. We got 2 flats in the key signature. So anytime we have the letter B or E, we're going to flat it automatically. So anytime we have a B note or an E note in the left hand or right hand, we're going to flat it automatically. So that puts us in the key of G minor, okay? Usually we notate that by just doing that. Key of G minor. B's and E's are flat. So if I say E or B flat and there's not a flat next to it, that's why, because the key signature tells us to. We're in the key of 3/4. Polonaises are in 3/4, and they tend to have the rhythm bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba. That's the nature of the dance of the Polonaise way back then, and in the Baroque period. So 3/4, count to 3. Bottom number 4 tells us quarter note gets the beat, right? So let's look at the notes first. We're going to be looking at the right hand to start with. We start on a G, above middle C, then we're going to go up to an A, and then up to a B flat because of the key signature, and then a C. And the rhythm is 1, 2, 3. Bum, a bum, ba bum, bum. Okay? Bum, ba bum, bum. The left hand will have 3 G's. G, G, G. We put those together. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Okay? Notice how the A in the right hand comes in real quick in between. Okay, next measure. The right hand is going to have an A, another A, up to B flat, up to C. And the rhythm is an 8th, 2/16, and a half note. So it's 1 and a 2 and 3 and bum ba ba bum. 1 and a 2 and 3 and. Left hand's going to have a G to start with, and then an F sharp. See the sharp there? It's called an accidental. It's not in the key signature. It's an accidental. F sharp. An E natural is an accidental as well because it would have been flat because of the E flat in the key signature, but they're putting a natural there, so don't flat it. Back to F sharp because sharps last the whole measure. So if we sharp one F, all the ones after it in that measure are sharp as well. So that is an F sharp. And the last note we have is just a plain D. So starting right here, it's G, F sharp, D, F sharp, D, 1, 2, and 3, and put our hands together. And then we have 1 and a 2 and 3 and again 1 and a 2 and 3 and. Let's take 2 measure chunks. So let's do these 2 measures together and go. And go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's look at the next measure. This little part, we have right hand B flat again, and then up to C. Okay? Alright, B, B flat, C, and then the last 4 notes there are D, high G, down to C, back up to G. So bum, 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 bum is the rhythm. Bum, 1 and a 2 and 3 and. Left hand's going to have a G note here, then a low G, and then up to C. So G, G, C. Put hands together. And that's going to give us 1 and a 2 and 3. Again. Okay, and then the last measure on that line, we're going to start with these, and it's going to be B flat, and then an A, back to B flat, and then we end with a G. Bum, ba, ba, bum. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and. Left hand's going to have a D to start with, then a G, down to a low G, then up to a B flat. That's a flat because of the key signature, and then a D. So starting right here, 1, 2, and 3 and. Put our hands together, and then we have 1 and a 2 and 3. Again, 1 and a 2 and 3. Okay, let's try this again. 2 measures and go. One more time. Okay, so there's our free part 1. I'll do the rest of the lessons on ShawnCheek.com. Hope you guys enjoy it.